if you could learn how to do the internal part with the ging, if you could use the ging properly, it actually more power than the regular way, the external part of doing it. Then I think after you feel the internal part of the power, it will change your mind. The slow part here is actually doing the internal to generate the ging. So just think about that. Okay. Okay. I think I found the right guy here. Okay. This guy, sick for.
Thank you. Thank you. So, Wong Sifu, thank you very much for accepting this interview.
Oh, you're welcome.
I know you usually don't do these kind of things.
For you, anything. You're my friend. Okay.
To begin, could you tell us how you were introduced to Snake Crane Wing Chun, and what led you to enter the moon under Lord Chiu Wing Sifu?
Maybe I start from the beginning. Actually, when I was 12 years old, my father took me to learn Hong Kong, and that was the time first time I learned Kung Fu, and I really like it. So in the next many years, then I gradually, after 3 years of learning Hong Kong, and then I start to learn like karate. At the time, it called Thai boxing, and bunch of other things too, like Lokapat, Husajo, that kind of thing. And then one evening, I was on a taxi and started talking to the taxi driver, but it turned out the taxi driver is the Sifu Lord Chiu Wing. He is the grandmaster of the Snake Crane Wing Chun. I was really excited, so I wanted to learn from him. So he casually gave me a contact number. I don't think he think that I would actually call him, but it turns out I really want to learn it, right? So I call him, and he really sounded surprised. But that's how I end up learning, get into the Snake Crane Wing Chun. And then after 3 months with him, I already make up my mind. That's the thing I'm looking for. That's how I get into the moon.
Interesting. Very interesting. Do you remember, although it's a long time ago, the details from the Bai Si ceremony? How?
Okay, let's put it this way. At the time, the Bai Si ceremony is more like, it's really, similar to actually you going to the underground society. So I remember that I have to go to a Jijiapo to buy this Bai Si package. We call the yellow paper. And then I supposedly chop off a chicken head to get some chicken blood. But I don't recall I ever did that. I only get the yellow package with the chicken blood already on it. So when we go to the Sifu's house, then we have to buy Guan Gong, and then obviously 我要拜師傅啦。咁然後我就斟茶俾師傅啦，然後跟住咧我就會俾嗰個package 俾唔係 package， 我要俾嗰個即係拜師嗰個信封俾師傅，然後咧佢咧就會俾呢一個。And then after that, he will give me this thing here. This is the proof that I buy C for Lord Chiu Wing Sifu. So I think this topic probably is the last time I will talk about it.
So for many people nowadays, Wing Chun is purely an external system. And I've been learning from you now for a while. and it's very clear that it actually has many layers of depth, and it's very internal indeed. I was surprised myself how much knowledge you could add to all the stuff I already learned. So for me, it's no doubt it's internal. Maybe your viewpoint on it.
I have been doing 小念頭, let's put it this way, more than 50 years. I do it at least, a couple of times a week. But even though at this time, I still learning something new from it. Once in a while, I will find something new. When I was young, I am only just like anybody else with influenced by Bruce Lee. We try to get the external, the muscles, and I actually do sit up and push up and like 200 times a day and stuff like that. And so I'm really into external part of the 小念頭. But now I'm getting older now. Gradually, I go back to the internal part, and I find out it is really, really good. Because basically, if you could learn how to do the internal part with the king, if you could use the king properly, it actually more power than the regular way, the external part of doing it. And besides that, I am now pretty old, but I can still do the punch, and I can still in the class, I could still spar with the younger students. So actually, I'm pretty proud of it myself. So, but if anybody interested in learning the internal part, they should get a good Sifu. Reason being is the internal part is really difficult to learn because you really cannot see it or learn it from on the internet, because you really have to feel it. Right after you feel it, then I think after you feel the internal part of the power, it will change your mind. So, but I would suggest anybody interested to try to find a good Sifu and start from there. I think you won't be disappointed.
Yeah, that's very clear, because a lick is more the physical external force.
Yes.
And many lineage of Wing Chun today, they use lick.
Yeah.
But ging, like when we do just now in your basement, feel your arms, they feel very heavy. And that's the hallmark of ging, like internal power.
That's right.
So I hope also that slowly more people open up to that way.
Right. That's one thing. That's why I want to show you. Some people. I'm a small guy in any standard, right? But the ging, I come out right. I think you will feel that I'm very heavy, right? So, by the way, let me just in case somebody is wondering. So when you do 小念頭, right? Everybody does 小念頭. When you do like on the 300佛, right? If you are even at the older lineage, right, to do this for 15, 20 minutes, right? Why is that, right? Why not just go like this, right? With more power, right? But the thing is, the slow part here is actually doing the internal to generate the gain. So just think about that, okay?
So about the secret note.
Yes.
You once told me that in the 1960s, every disciple that was accepted with the Baisi, they had to hand copy the manual from the original.
Yes.
Could you explain a little bit about that, and why was that? This
basically is to show your loyalty and your willingness to learn, okay? Because it's a big book at the time, and then it's all written in Chinese, okay? Let me show you the one I have. Okay, this is the one I have, and it's all handwritten. It's not a photocopy. So if I will let you take a look at it after the interview. So
Yeah.
you can take a look.
Okay, so for the viewer, a little bit about our relationship,
Yeah.
because I don't want people to think that I make things up, or they think that I'm mixing things. So, although you come from this lineage, which was always a closed door lineage, I think you now also realize maybe it's important that come out at least a little bit in the open to show people this is authentic knowledge, and that we can preserve it, right? In a way. So yeah, our encounter was quite special, and how we started, right, as friends, was special for me at least. And yeah, what inspired you to pass on your knowledge to me?
Okay, this is a loaded question. Okay, could be a pretty long answer, but okay. Starting a couple of years ago. Okay, just to specify one thing is, myself and Lord Sifu, we are very low key. That's why we do not, even though I saw all these things on the internet, I really don't want to say anything or do anything. And then I saw all this news about the Snake Crane Wing Chun. Obviously, I'm curious. I've been reading it, and then I saw this guy named Sergio. He is actually doing a very good job. I think he really tried to make the Snake Crane Wing Chun look better. So I kind of like it, and so I start telling him. And he is really interested to learn more. So I start teaching him some 小念頭, right? So the second thing is, I myself, I really believe in 隨緣. 隨緣 is in English, I think it's called the Destiny's Ties. So, and now I am getting old, and I know I'm not as good as before. Because sometimes I try to show something to my students, I'm not as fast. So I think it's time for me to just find somebody to. Actually, I'm not actively looking for a successor, but I need to pass this kung fu on, because I'm afraid that one day it will disappear when I pass away. So, and then after a couple of years with Sergio, and I think he's a good guy. I think he's a person that I could trust, that I could he will be faithfully not changing anything in the form, so he will preserve all the quality, and he will be able to find the right person to pass it on to. So this is my first criteria. And I myself never try to make financial gain from Kung Fu, because I myself, personally, I don't really need the money or whatever. But so I'm teaching Sergio just like a friend, and I'm assured that he will get everything from me. And then now this time Sergio come all the way to Toronto and come and see me. So I'm very happy about that. And I think Sergio will be, after I actually personally take him around, and I look at him. He actually is a good guy. I think I found the right guy.
Thank you so much.